Welcome to Cord Cutting Today for February 27th, 2020. This is the show where I break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting right now and give you my opinion on them. Now, this is my opinion. If you want to learn more about these stories, check out the show notes down below. I'll put a link to each story there so you can read about them for yourself and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. Now, if you're new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. And hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of cable TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. Well, a lot's been happening. Let's get into the news, but first real quick, I know the Q&A didn't happen yesterday. I apologize. Sometimes the YouTube gremlins just get you. And I'm not sure if it was YouTube or it was us. We're going to be doing some testing this afternoon, trying to make sure Jess is all set up. For some unknown reason, it just wouldn't cooperate. Even though it went live, it wouldn't take the video, and then it wouldn't let us connect to our software again. And yeah, sometimes technology, no matter how much you work with it, bites you. And that got us yesterday. So we'll do some live stream testing this afternoon. So don't be surprised if you see a little pop-up that we're live. We're just testing out the live stream to make sure everything is working. And then we'll be back next week for another cord cutting Q&A, Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here. With that said, let's get into the news of the day. All right, T-Mobile has brought back their free MLB.TV for the month of March if you qualify for T-Mobile Tuesday. So you have to be a T-Mobile customer on one of the plans that can take advantage of the T-Mobile Tuesday deals. And on March 24th, 2020, they'll be giving away a free year of MLB.TV to watch out-of-market games. Somebody said this was the fifth year they're doing this. I thought this was maybe the third year. I don't know. How many years have they been doing this? Probably should have looked that up before I went live. But if you are a T-Mobile customer and you want a great deal on free MLB.TV, there you go. Check out the link in the show notes for details. Jess has them all right there. All right, we've been getting a lot of questions about new Roku TVs and new Roku players. What can we expect? When were they happening? So we've sat down and broke them all out so you know what to expect here. But we can confirm some stuff and we can tell you some other things that we've heard on the grapevine. So let's start off with the things we can confirm. New 8K Roku TVs from TCL will be coming this year. TCL has announced that the 8K version of their 8 series will be hitting stores sometime in 2020 to be the first Roku TV that I know of that has 8K picture. Yes, it will be backwards compatible with 4K and HDR. These things are massive. Of course, you can get just absolutely gigantic versions of these TVs, including the very popular 75-inch version. But we're also hearing reports, Dave Zatz has posted that there are new Roku speakers in the works. So they're starting to hear reports that. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Roku's made it clear that the Roku sound line of products, including their speakers, will be a major focus. They recently just brought out surround sound to the Roku speakers, where you can pair speakers to make a surround sound setup. Roku says that will continue to be a product they'll roll out and improve. Some new traditional box speakers could help with their efforts to make that happen. So we're going to keep a close eye on this, but what you probably want to hear is about new Roku players. Now, Roku has released new Roku players every year for like the last 10 years. The one I'm watching closely is the Roku Stick, specifically the Roku Stick Plus. Now, it got a new remote last year and a version with a remote with a headphone jack on it, but the actual physical stick itself has remained unchanged. I expect to see an update to the Roku Stick probably in the fall this year that will include a slightly improved processor and more. As Amazon and others continue to improve their products, Roku is in kind of an arms race to do that. We're going to see a new Apple TV. Target kind of leaked that confirmation to us over the weekend. But we're going to keep a close eye on this. Now, could there be a new Roku Ultra? Yeah, probably maybe a new remote. Last year, the actual Roku Ultra Stream Player got an improvement. Maybe an update to the Premier or the Express. Honestly, with the Premier often being at $29, won't surprise me to see the Roku Express, the HD-only version of the very cheap stream player, maybe goes away and the Premier becomes the one there. We'll keep an eye on that. The traditional HD Roku stick is being phased out. Now, it's still for sale in some spots, but they're not pushing it. It's not a part of the official Roku lineup. Instead, they got the Express, that little dongle, and then the Roku Stick Plus. So keep that in mind. So let me know, what would you like to get from a new Roku player? Are you excited about Roku 8K TVs? What about Roku speakers? Do you have them? Do you use them? Let me know. All right, next story up, we have an official launch date according to AT&T employees for AT&T TV. So AT&T TV is the streaming version of DirecTV and Uverse. There's a great debate. Is it cord cutting? Is it not cord cutting? Has a contract, has hidden fees, termination, taxes, etc., and more. One of the things I thought was interesting is you do get one free of the streaming boxes, but if you cancel AT&T TV, you have to return it. If you don't return it, they bill you. Keep that in mind according to the terms of service that they posted on their website. So it's been initially was announced to launch in February. That got moved to March. Now AT&T has gone and trained AT&T store employees. Well, store employees don't always seem to honor NDAs, and they went very quickly to Twitter and posted that AT&T has told store employees March 2nd will be the launch date. They even posted a bunch of documents, internal training documents, that support that. So March 2nd, next week, Monday, just a few days from now, will reportedly be the launch of AT&T TV. So question of the day, is this cord cutting to you? You know, a lot of people had this argument when I talked about ESPN Plus. ESPN Plus to me is not necessarily a cord cutting directed service, doesn't replace cable in any way. It's equally targeting cable subscribers as is cord cutters. It's targeting sports fans who want content not aired on traditional ESPN networks. All this additional content that never made to ESPN is now streaming on ESPN Plus. AT&T TV is streaming online, but it really seems to be a replacement for Uverse and DirecTV and more. So we're going to keep a very close eye on this and see what happens here. But I'd love to know what you think is a service with a contract cord cutting. What is your definition of a cord cutting service? Some people just says if it's streaming online, it must be cord cutting. I've always said that, you know, a cord cutting service doesn't have a contract, it doesn't include hidden fees. So by my definition, AT&T TV may not be. But what's your definition? I'd love to hear from you. All right, Discovery is launching a new streaming service. Discovery today had their fourth quarter earnings call for 2019. And in it, they talked heavily about their new streaming ambitions. They hope to have a streaming service live by the end of this year. And they said they're actually, according to the CEO, they're actually going to tie employees' compensation, similarly bonuses, to the success of their streaming and other platforms other than traditional pay TV. So if you want a bonus at Discovery, you have to actually you have to hope that the streaming efforts are successful. Now, they're still going to continue to work with traditional pay TV customers, but this will be a video on demand. So don't expect a live feed of their cable networks here, but maybe it's a ton of additional Discovery content available video on demand there. Discovery was very clear that they don't want to do anything to endanger their, Sling TVs, etc. partnerships, and they don't want to damage their partnerships with places like Comcast. They're going to try to walk the thin line here of offering additional content to people who love Discovery programming, but not in a way that upsets their existing partners. That's a tightrope that a lot of people are struggling with. HBO, a lot of people point to HBO being dropped from like Dish and other places because of HBO Now. Dish said, hey, AT&T wanted a price hike and a guaranteed number minimum of subscribers, but AT&T's then turning around and selling directly and competing with us for the same price. It makes more sense for us, according to Dish, to just say, hey, if you want HBO, just go to HBO Now, and you got HBO. As opposed to saying, hey, we will guarantee to AT&T a minimum number of subscribers and pay them an additional premium on top of that per subscriber. So for Dish, it just didn't make sense. Now, a lot of that was able to be done because there was HBO Now. Dish customers really got the same experience when it comes down to it through HBO in the eyes of Dish. So we'll see if this happens here with Discovery. Will Discovery face the same issues that AT&T has had with HBO? And honestly, it may not have been a bad idea for Dish. With HBO Max coming out, offering all HBO plus more, may not have been a bad idea for Dish to say, hey, we're going to go a different direction. Let me know what you think. All right, the average home internet speed went up. According to a report from OpenVolt, the average internet speed went up considerably in 2019 over 2018. In 2018, the average American home internet was 103.1 down. Now it's 28.3 down. Very interesting move there within the world of high-speed internet. And I think this is only going to continue as more and more fast internet options come: fiber, 5G, fixed wireless, low Earth orbit satellites from Amazon and SpaceX will continue to put pressure on that to go up. We'll see though what happens in the long run. What we're seeing here is as fiber and other things roll out, traditional DSL and cable are also working to increase their speeds in markets affected so they can remain competitive. As that continues, we may see more and more Americans see faster internet. So I want to know, did you notice faster internet? Did your internet go up? I know in my area it did go up. Not a lot, but I did see a lot of people see if you were on 100, now you're on a 300 down kind of package and more. So leave me a comment, let me know if your internet went up or not. All right, Peacock, which is NBC Universal's streaming service, which is owned by Comcast, that's launching later this year with a free tier and a paid tier, has signed a deal to get some unscripted content from A&E Networks. So A&E Networks has agreed to sell Peacock access to Cold Case Files, First 48, Storage Wars, American Histories, American Pickers, Pawn Stars, and more. So there'll be some A&E content coming to Peacock there. Be interesting to see how that plays out. Will more content partners team up with Peacock? Are these exclusivity deals, or will A&E also be able to put this content on Pluto TV, for example? We'll see. But Peacock will be coming. It's another free ad-supported service, but if you want an ad-free version and some additional content, there are paid versions for that. Kind of interesting seeing Comcast say, hey, we're going to have a free version. If you want ad-free, you can pay. If you want additional content, you can pay. We'll see how that plays out. Speaking of paid content, CBS All Access rolled out a bunch of classic cartoons, including new Archie cartoons out there. So CBS All Access has been trying to become more kid-friendly. They got some Nickelodeon content on there. Now they got some Archie content being added in an attempt to not just be a service for adults when they're looking for CBS content or maybe the new Star Trek show. But hey, we also have content for your kids. We'll see how that plays out. Let me know. Are you a CBS All Access subscriber, and has it ever bothered you that maybe they don't have as much content for kids as you would like? Overall, I'll be honest, when I think of CBS All Access, don't really think about my kids when it comes to content there. So let me know what you think. All right, that's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow with more Cord Cutting Today news. Don't forget, we may do a free or a test live stream later today to try to figure out the technical gremlins we dealt with last night. And if you ever have any tips, go to cordcarsnews.com, click on the Contact Us button, send us an email, let us know what tips, tricks, and reviews you may have found. If you find any deals or anything, try to include a link if you find anything online. It makes it a lot easier for us to track it down. If you say, hey, there's a great deal on Roku's, be specific. What store? If you found it online, include a link. It makes it very easy for us to verify it so we can post, because many of these stories come directly from readers like you. And without you, we wouldn't be able to cover the news the way we do. So a special thank you to everybody who sends in tips and tricks and suggestions. We really do appreciate it. We read all of them. Even if we can't reply to all of them, we're trying our best. A little short-handed right now, but we're trying our best to answer all your questions. So hang in there with us if we don't get right to you. Well, that's it for today. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. I hope you're all being safe. I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care, everybody. I really appreciate your support.